When people watch Ken, they think he does this the whole time. And they think that's it. And okay, so, and I can relate to this when I was at a lower level. A lot of people would watch Ken and they see this the whole time and they're like, wow, he's just spinning. He's not doing anything that much different than what I'm doing. Why is he getting the results and I'm not? Maybe everyone in Japan is just bad at the Sonic matchup. Maybe he's just getting free brackets, right? And first I want to tell you that's very untrue. I've played, me and Raph both have played multiple Japanese representatives. Not even like top level all the time. Some top level, some just regular, average level. And we played a good amount of them, and I can guarantee you, and we can both tell you ourselves, that the Japanese are by far the best in the world in the Sonic matchup. That's free. I feel like if you're born in Japan, it's like an inheritance. Like, you're genetically modified as a child to be good at the Sonic matchup. Like, that's the first thing the doctors do to you when you're born. So let me explain to you why Ken does this the whole time and wins. Spin dash is a godlike option, and people don't realize that because they want to use it in a way that it doesn't work. You can have the best move in the world, and if you're using it wrong, it sucks. Homing attack, I think, is an amazing move. I think this is a great move, actually. But if you don't know how to use homing attack, it sucks. Because you're going to be using it in neutral a lot, and you're going to be in 74 frames of lag because you missed. And you're going to be like, wow, this move sucks. Because I just took 74 frames of lag for trying to commit to an option that does 8%. Which is not virtually equivalent to the reward they're going to get if I whiff. Which is going to be like an F smash to the face. So is the risk reward worth it? Obviously not, right? Well, I think homing attack is an amazing option because you're not supposed to use it in neutral where you can get punished. You're supposed to use it in advantage where you cover their options, and it's either you react to their option and punish them for it, or you anticipate an option, you go for it, and if you somehow miss it, you're going to whiff in the air and you have no lag, and then you just reset neutral. And Sonic has one of the best disadvantages in the game. So, being in the air isn't bad for Sonic. Now, why does this work? Oh, not that. Why does this work all the time? Spin dash in Smash 4 was the freest mix-up in the game. That's why I was like, in my opinion, that shit carried Sonic because it was literally the freest mix-up in the game. And by free as in, all I had to do was spin dash, and if you wanted to like mix them up, press the shield button. You're done. Nobody could do anything about it because, one, it was unreactable, so it forced guessing trees. And two, it was invincible. So, what are they going to do? They're going to have to literally stare at you and wait for you to release. And if they're running at you, they're risking taking like 30%. And it's not worth the risk reward, because if they run at you, they might get a dash attack or they might grab you. But you're going to release in a reaction. And if they decide to run up and shield, or do something that you can't hit them for, you just go to the other side of the stage, and now they can't punish you. And that's what you do over and over and over and over and over until it goes to time or they die. And that's why Sonic was broken in that game. It was that easy. Now in this game, you can't cancel into shield, so it's not the freest mix-up. But it's still a mix-up. And it's still a really fucking good mix-up. It's one of the best mix-ups in the game because you can mix it up like this by holding it. You can release it. You can jump in the air and release it. You can jump out of it. You can air dodge out of it. Oh, my bad. You can air dodge out of it. You can spin shot to the other side of the stage with it. You can jump over them. You can jump in the air. And you can jump in the air and release it, cancel it to a homing attack. You can retreat with it. You can do literally anything you want to do. You can do anything but shield. And that is 50 options in one move. You have a move that literally has infinite options, and your opponent is going to realize that when he sees you doing all this bullshit, and then he's going to be like, alright, I can't run at it because I have to fucking guess. Because that shit is unreactable. The second you do this, you condition them instantly. You just condition them. They're not gonna like be like, okay, That's an invincible option that does 50% if I get hit by it. Let me run at it and try to hit it. No, the second they see that, they're going to try to be distance from you. And if they can, they're going to try to shield versus you. Now, why is it that they always shield and why don't they just punish it? Well, when Ken uses spin dash, he's not just going like, oh shit, I feel like spin dashing right now. No, he's going like, oh shit, they're in neutral position A, which is over here, and I am in B, which means that if I hold spin dash here, the risk reward is 100% in my favor, 100% of the time. Because now, they're in a position where they literally have to guess, and you have to go, okay, I can either wait for them to do something and release it, or I can just release it and go to the other side of the stage. And no character can punish that. No character can do that. They have to guess. If they guess right, sure, they get like maybe an aerial on you. If they guess wrong, they take 50%. And so now you're on the other side of the stage, and neutral just reset all over again. They can't look at you and be like, alright, I'm going to hit you because I know exactly what you're going to do, because you don't. You condition them, and they're guessing now. If you're doing spin dash in neutral position C, and they're in D, which is, alright, they have stage control, and you're right here, and you spin dash, they have stage control. And now you're jumping to the corner where they can run, corner you, and then hit you, and then you get punished. You can't do spin dash over there. You have to be aware of where it's safe to do spin dash, when you can do spin dash, and how unpredictable you are of spin dash per se. So he's not going this the whole match. He's going, I'm going to run around with my unreactable run speed, wait for them to be in that position, and then I'm going to go for spin dash. And now I can mix them up with my 50 mix-ups, because now I can go like, alright, they're going to guess, and I can either cancel it, neutral just reset. I just reset neutral. I can release it, and they can either get hit by it, guess right, magically, and maybe get like an aerial on you, and then neutral resets anyways. Or to take a ton of damage because you hit them. Or, lastly, you whiff, and you go to the other side of the stage. And now they can't do anything about it. And you do it over and over and over. And you do it whenever you know you're in those positions, and not whenever. And you do it the whole match, and you wait for those situations. That's why a lot of Ken's matches, when he's fighting a patient player, it goes really close to time. Because Ken is not forcing interactions. Note what I just said there. He's not forcing interactions. He's waiting for the opportunities to bait the opponent. Because that's how Sonic is. It's just bait, run around, bait. And that's all you're waiting for. You're not forcing interactions. You're not, okay, I want to get some damage in. He's over there. I'm going to spin dash at him. Because right there you just approached him. And because you approached him, you forced an interaction. And now you put yourself in a bad position because you're the one that committed. And he's the one that has the stage control, and he can shield or do whatever, and he has all his options in his asset right now. And you're the one that's going to spin dash at him and either jump in the air and be in disadvantage and go to the corner where he has all the stage control, because behind him, that's the stage control. That's where he has the control right here. And the bigger the gap is, the more room you have to play around when you jump over him, but the less room there is, the more room he has to play around. Because you gotta remember, there's not a single character in this game that's faster than Sonic. Hero, when he has Accelerate, yeah, that's an exception. I don't know why they did that. His daddy Sakurai was looking for another reason to beat a dead horse. But that's not gonna happen all the time. And when you and with the exception of that, there's not a single character that's ever gonna catch up to Sonic, ever, no matter what. There's not. They just can't. So, you take advantage of that. You put yourself in positions where you're literally outside of their bubble, and you're forcing the pressure of your speed because it's unreactable. If I'm over here, you're not going to react to this. You can't. If I'm constantly moving around, you have to guess. Or you have to retreat. You have to go back and try to get more stage control. In which case now I have all the room to work with, and they're cornering themselves, and now they feel more pressured. So a lot of characters are inclined to go towards you so they can get the stage control themselves. They want to walk towards you so they get all the stage space, and now you're the one cornered. But now you're, I'm in position B or A now, so now I can do this. And now they can't contest that. And that's what's good about Sonic. He can force those situations. He can control the pace of the game. The whole game, you can control the pace. You're the one that can say, alright, I want you to be there. And I'm going to make you feel pressured. Or, I want you to come towards me. I want you to come to me because the time is ticking and you're neutral and you want to hit me. You want to get the percent lead. You want to get the stock lead. You want to kill me. You want to win. But when you come to me, I can now spin dash. And Sonic doesn't do it Ken doesn't do it over and over mindlessly. He does it because he's really freaking good at conditioning the opponent. That's what Ken is really good at, and that's why Ken does it so well. He spin dashes all the time because he is so consistent at conditioning the opponent and knowing when he can do spin dashes safely and when it's always worth the risk reward. Because if I hit someone with spin dash right now, I whiff a homing attack because this character doesn't work. If I can do spin dash right now, I can do like 25% free, or I can do 42%. Like, spin dash does a fuck ton of damage. You hit someone, and it's gonna do a ton of damage, and then it's gonna be situations where they're high percents, and now you can get them off stage and kill them, and which is another thing Ken does a lot. Ken, when they're at high percents, Ken really likes to hit them with a move that puts them off stage, and then he goes for fair. And he goes for fair 90% of the time. A lot of Sonics like to go off stage and like do homing attack or spring a lot of the time, or back air or whatever the fuck style on him, down air. Ken is a huge believer in this move right here, and he will go for, and this is actually the source of a lot of his kills. When you watch Ken, you notice that most of his kills are fair off stage. I feel like 50% at least of his kills are fair off stage, and the reason behind that, and let me show you, is because this is a frame 5 move. This move comes out frame fast as fuck. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Frame fast as fuck. And not only is it frame fast as fuck, it has good knockback. So it kills off stage. And not only does it have good knockback, it lingers. Meaning you don't have to get them on frame 5. You can release the move and then catch them off stage. And this is a really good option coverage because you can position yourself where they're trying to go to ledge and you can be like, nope. And they get hit by it and then they get thrown off stage and they can either die or they get put in a bad position because they lost their double jump. And now you can edge guard them with this. And that goes under ledge. So that's a good ass option. Look at that. Hold on. Bear with me, fellas. Look at that shit. That's really good at catching 2 frames. So, what Ken does, in neutral, he likes to spin a lot because they have to guess. They have to. They're not going to react to it. You can mix up the timing. You're not constantly releasing it frame 17, which is the fastest frame you can release it. You're not doing that over and over and over. You're holding it, and you're either releasing it, which they can't release to this, they can't react to the spin roll. That shit's fast as fuck. Or you're canceling it and starting all over. And now you're conditioning them. Now they have to guess. Or you're in a higher percent and you're getting them off stage, and now you're getting all the ledge control here. And you have one of the best edge guarding tools in the game, and you're going to be taking advantage of it, fair being one of them, which is this shit. So all that being said and done, what makes Ken so good is 1, he's really good at conditioning the opponent, very consistent at it, which makes him very good at neutral, and 2, he's very, very good at pushing advantage. An advantage consists of putting the opponent off stage, and just keeping them off stage until they die. And those are the two main factors that Ken always goes for. Those are the two things he always focuses on. With that being said, spin dash does have counterplay. As we all know, the hurt box is bigger than the hitbox, so you can just hit it. But let me tell you another secret about spin dash. Let me tell you something fucking amazing about spin dash. Did you see that? That was an F smash. It didn't do fucking shit. When Sonic charges spin dash more, his hitbox starts to become bigger and stronger and gain more priority. And when that happens, Sonic starts clanking a lot more of moves. Or a lot of times he beats out a lot more moves. For example, here's another example I like to show. Think he claimed with Ganon's F smash before? I believe it. I believe it. This is a hard move to challenge. You can hit it, sure. If you get an aerial on it, because aerials have more priority. Aerials have priority over everything. So, if you can land an aerial on spin dash, you got it. But they have to time it. They have to jump in the air and then time the aerial. Because they can't stand in the ground and just challenge you and hit you. That's inconsistent, and they're not going to be able to do that. And there's not many characters that have options or moves on the ground that they can properly time, if any character can do it, against spin dash. And because of that, spin dash is really, really hard to contest. It's not just, oh, I'm just going to wait and then hit it. Which is why they shield a lot. And then, here's another cool thing about spin dash. Look how much shield I took. I'm going to do it again. Oh. I'm going to do 2 spin dashes on a shield. That wasn't fully charged. But if I did 2 fully charged spin dashes, his shield becomes a Skittle. And that right there is conditioning the opponent to stop shielding. They can't shield anymore, because if you hit him again, it's going to break or you're going to shield poke them. And because of that, you have so much room to work with against an opponent that's shielding a lot. And when you're forcing the opponent to work around shield and just jump, they have very little options to contest you with other than aerials. And it's a lot harder for them to time an aerial on you than it is for you to play evasive around it or just hit them. But let me show you something that clanks. That's a projectile. If I do regular spin dash... Oh, fuck. I get hit, you see? But if I charge it more... Or I charge it a little bit... Oh. I didn't release it that time. Ain't shit going on, bro. Ain't fucking shit going on. Also, you obviously have iframes, so you can like go through it. Like, hold on. I am... See, like right there. Do you see that? Did you fucking see that? But do you see the amount of priority that spin dash has? When you fully charge spin dash like this, that shit is fucking ridiculous. That shit is powerful. That shit is busted. This thing eats shields, doesn't lose to anything except for aerials. Goes far as fuck, fast as fuck. Can jump or like cancel into a jump and then go straight down. It has iframes at the beginning, but since the hitbox is so big, the hitbox will clank with the other hitbox before the iframes do, which makes the iframes like invalid. Like, I'll show you an example right here. Release it, you punk. And then I release it right before it hits me. The iframes don't do anything. See, we just clank. But if I go for the regular one, see, now I go through it. But yeah, that is my TED Talk on why Ken wins and why Sonic can do Sonic things like be very hard to punish. Now, like I said, don't get it twisted, my friend. Sonic still suck.